Perfectionism will drive you bananas. For real. So as a recovered perfectionist, I really want to get in on this topic because it held me back for a long time, and I am so happy to be free of it, and I really passionately want to share this with you guys. Perfectionism will drive you bananas in content creation. Something that I've come across with a whole lot of creators, and I mean a lot, maybe it's every content creator I've ever met at some point along their journey, is this whole battle with perfectionism, especially in the beginning. So I want to say that to you, if you're a new content creator, it's not abnormal for you to be like overly perfectionistic, is that even a word, about your creations, to like want to and feel as though you have this kind of imposter syndrome, and therefore you're trying to produce something that is probably, I don't know how to explain it, over where you should be trying to achieve, because you just got started, you're new, and you shouldn't be expecting yourself to. If you had just started exercising to run a mile the very next day, you shouldn't necessarily, don't let me shit on you, you wouldn't expect yourself to do something absolutely amazing with the best editing and the most cinematic music on your first day on YouTube. So give yourself that grace. And that's what I want to drive home, is that the whole magic of the content creation process really is just letting yourself create. Because for a long time, the thing with me was I simply wasn't taking action because I would compare myself to this person or to that person, people who have been at this game for a lot longer than me. And comparison, I'm sorry, is your mortal enemy, because there is just no point. Just like I was talking about in the last video with blinders and how people are focused on their own lives. If you are focused only on trying to perfect your creation, you will end up procrastinating actually putting out that creation for so long. And here's the thing. When an idea comes to you, energy and ideas, they love attention. So if you don't give it that attention, and believe it or not, what that can mean is if you spend too long trying to perfect the thing, then the universe is like, well, shoot, are you going to put it out there, or are you going to wait till it's perfect? And so if you perhaps wait too long, the idea, the energy will move away from you and from that thing. So that's why I want to inspire you, hopefully, with this, that there's really no point in trying to make your creation absolutely perfect. Because one, as we all know, there's no such thing as perfect. And two, as I've offered to perfectionists of the past before, what's your criteria for perfect? Because I promise you, there is no such thing. And you, I bet, do not have an actual criteria for your perfectionism. So let yourself be free. Let yourself be free to create. Because I can tell you fundamentally, now that I am allowing myself the freedom to create and to, for example, be absolutely goofy and ridiculous and silly and to make mistakes and to show my true self on camera, do you know what? I'm having a lot more fun. And therefore, the quality of things that I'm able to put out, the realizations I have that come to me are more potent because I'm constantly creating, I'm putting out and sharing with you guys. And ultimately, that's what the universe wants. The spread of information, the spread of knowledge, awareness, consciousness. So I wanted to invite you to be imperfect, to be authentic over anything, because your imperfection truly and sincerely is a power of yours. Your uniqueness is indeed your power, and as I've said, your reason for existence. You are a unique expression of the divine. Because here's the thing, and I actually spoke about this with my father the other day on a comedic and kind of whatever philosophical level. My father and I were talking about the reason essentially for variation the other day, and I gave him this example. I basically said, well, look, if you believe the way I do, the story goes a little something like this, that once upon a time when there was the one consciousness, some people call that God, I call it the universe, the one, whatever. Some people call it source, you can call it whatever you like. But essentially when consciousness was one entity, it was bored. And that's why it started to create, the first other, and then the next other. And then it had fun essentially creating until voila, here we are. I'm me, you are you, and we are each unique, amazing, incredible, super individualistic expressions of the holy, the divine. And wow, do I sound like a preacher? I am not a preacher. I am not a son of a preacher man or woman or anyone. Anyway, I have too much fun on these guys nowadays. The point is, please let yourself be free in creation, because one, it's a heck of a lot more fun. Honestly, it is. It lets you let your inner child partake in the creation process. And trust me, they want to be a part of that because creation is fun. it just lets you become more of yourself in the most fun. Like I keep saying fun, truly. It's such a fun process. You just enjoy what you're doing more. And then the benefit, the amazing part is that people seem to enjoy that more. Why? Because you're being authentic and people can feel authenticity. No matter what people say out there, people can always sense and see through the BS, the falsities, the lies. People can tell, they can feel if you're telling the truth. And I will always, take any issue up with anyone who thinks that you can't feel that sincerity. You absolutely, it's felt. Even if you think that you're someone who's not an empath, I promise you, you can feel if I was lying to you or not. It's a basic thing I believe in humans. So anyway, don't let perfectionism stop you from taking action. And please, please, please don't let it stop you from creating, because I promise you this too. You have so much creation ability inside of you. There's probably so many ideas brewing that if you just uncork the top and actually allow those things to bubble out and create, you'd be amazed at the result. I mean, I can't predict what it will be for each individual person that might be watching this. I simply know that once you allow your true self through you to express through you in whatever way it feels comfortable, and you stop constricting it with these bizarre, unachievable, perfectionist type goals, that your whole being will relax and everything will slowly, but it will begin to fall into alignment and into place. So I would invite you to really take that on board, and please, please don't restrict yourself. Let it be imperfect. Let it be what it is. I can't remember who I heard this from, but the quote is that creation doesn't need to be altered. So understand that whatever you create, it's meant to be as it was. So if this video has helped you, or you know anyone that could benefit from hearing this message, please do share it with them. It really helps out me as well. Subscribe, as it helps me out as a small content creator, and also to get out the message there to those that need to hear it. Last but not least, if you, my beautiful spirit soul, need any support or coaching, please don't hesitate to reach out at this email address. It is always posted below as well if you need that, and it would be my pleasure to serve you in whatever way I can. So until next time, have a beautiful and a blessed rest of your day, and I will see you cats in the next video. Namaste, much love. Stay healthy. Bye. We were talking about the divine, but like if you had just started exercising to run a mile the very next day of the past before, just to wrap it up, like, well, shoot, are you going to put it out there, or are you going to wait till it's perfect? The whole magic of the content creation process, letting yourself create. I'm having a lot more fun. Wow, do I sound like a preacher? I am not a preacher. I am not a son of a preacher man or woman or anyone. Anyway, I have too much fun on these guys nowadays.